A big focus, the focus for the Cooper Review is costs,
Yes.
admin, funds management and the like.
Yeah.
What scope is there to compress those costs, and how are we going to get there?
I think the first step is to look at what the costs are. We've started doing some work on a cost index so that we can measure how the costs come down. You've got costs that you pay for advice, distribution, marketing, administration, and your investment costs. And what we need to be careful about is saying that all costs come down when we actually do not know clearly what each bucket is and whether or not we're paying enough. There is an argument that with administration costs, when you look at the legacy products in the systems, when you look at the way the system has been developed, it's very hard to reduce a lot of those costs without other changes. And that's why we've been saying for quite some time, we've got to get some efficiencies, we've got to get some drivers to actually get the industry to become more electronic. To become more electronic, you've got to spend money in the short term. So what we want to see is an analysis of that. You look at the investment costs, and clearly Jeremy Cooper is focused on the investment side. One of his issues is how can you have an industry that has increased in scale, yet the amount you're paying for investment hasn't decreased. Now again, lots of discussions around that. One argument is if you've got a very large pot of money, the cost of managing that money and getting that diversification and getting the assets correlated correctly costs a lot more than a small bucket of money. So that's I think will be a very interesting debate. But when you look at Australia and you compare Australia's costs to overseas, we are actually quite good. So that can't be forgotten. We also have, as I said before, legacy issues that again we have to account for and remove in some way, and that's why legacy issues, legacy products are part of the Cooper Review as well, which is good to see. So the cost debate is a necessary one to have, but let's not simplify it. It's going to be, it's very important we understand what the costs are. APRA is doing a lot more in its data collection in terms of what the costs are, as ASFA is as well.